Any of those brands that took 100 years to create and be the brands that they are now probably take a year to 5 years to create now because of AI.
There's no question that AI is changing the game. What used to take 20 days now can only take 2 hours. But here's the problem. Most small businesses are so busy working in their business that they don't have the time to learn all the new trends and technology that's available, even though that they need to. That's why we created this series, Building Wealth in the Age of AI. We're gonna teach you AI, automation, all kinds of tips and tools that's gonna help you to double, maybe even triple your sales. I'm really excited, so let's dive in. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into this series on building wealth in the age of AI. And to help us facilitate this conversation is a businessman who I've respected for many years, Mr. Marcus Byers, the co-founder of She's Happy Hair. Built a $100 million corporation from $600, largely by leveraging tools and automation and now AI. So Marcus, thank you so much for joining us on this series.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I can't wait to dive into this whole AI revolution and this world-class training that's taking place.
So I'm going to start off by sharing how I started when in my speaking business in 2007. First thing I did was I bought a database, 3,000 names. I mailed out a brochure. I did that for about 2 years. Every year, I would spend about $3,000 on the mailer. I would get about 12 leads, and then I would book 3 talks. At the time, I was doing about $3,000 a talk. So $3,000 investment, I made $9,000, $10,000. So I tripled my investment. I read a book. It's called The Ultimate Sales Letter by Dan Kennedy, and it talked about direct mail marketing and how to increase your open rates. With that, I hired a company out of California. They hand wrote the envelopes, put my brochures in it, and put a stamp on it, which increased the open rate exponentially.
Yeah.
I went from getting 12 leads booking 3 talks to like 60 leads booking 10, maybe 15, sometimes 20 talks. So when you look at the revenue, I was investing $3,000 to make 10. Now I had to spend $5,000 because I'm paying more for the people to stuff the envelopes and all that. And now I'm making $40,000. So you go from a 3X to an 8X, and it was just simply by learning, this new technique or tool. And I feel like that's kind of similar to the inflection point we are right now with technology, because it's putting us in a position where we can do a lot more with less. Yep. So that being said, let's talk a little bit about your company real quick. She's Happy Hair. You started out with $800, $100 million company, $800, built it up to a $100 million company. Talk a little bit about how you grew and scaled your organization.
So when we started She's Happy Hair, we started from the trunk of the car. We were meeting customers all over the earth, parking lots, their houses, the salons, gas stations. And when you start off in business, you got to go meet the customer. But when you actually are growing in business, the customers will come to you. So we went from meeting the customers to having an actual brick and mortar location, address, great customer service, the quality product, and the customers will come to us. It comes from wanting to sell one-to-one versus one-to-many.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, they want to transact one by one person at a time. The billionaires transact one-to-many. Just like you just talked about sending the emails or talking to more people and getting better results. That's kind of where the world is at right now. You got to be able to talk to the most amount of people to get the most amount of money.
So what year did you start?
We started in 2012. 2012, reality TV was out. Everybody wanted to be what they saw on TV, and we allowed them to do that.
So 2012, AI didn't exist, at least not the way it is now. A lot of the automation and technology tools wasn't there now. How did you transition, and how did you know it was time to transition?
Yeah, so we started off online. I actually went to the University of Houston downtown, graduated in 2011. Shout out to the Gators. I was part of the first hybrid class for the business school. So anybody that took business classes prior to my cohort only took classes on campus. So we were taking classes on campus and online, and I've just been online ever since. I never got offline since 2007. So I've been online learning, and when 2012 hit, we started being online earning.
Yeah. So what were some of the biggest challenges that you faced early on in terms of growing the business?
Wanting to do whatever you do online too. Back then, a lot of people were still making money on Earth versus creating, and generating the money online. And so a lot of the things that we were going through, some customers were new to like Craigslist and Green Sheet, and they wanted to actually get the product as soon as possible. So we gave them the opportunity to do that. Before, they had to order the stuff online, wait on it to come in. And so we made it to where they could walk in and spend and get it in the moment versus having to wait a couple of days.
Yeah. So looking back, what decisions or risks made the difference between $1 million in revenue and $100 million in revenue?
Data collection. It's
Okay.
always data collection. Data over dollars. Everybody that's in business normally think about the dollars that they can make, but I always think about the data that I can collect. It's easy to get some money from somebody, but it's easier to get some data from somebody to get the dollars later.
Want to go deeper? Texas Black Expo is partnered with Comcast, and we're going to be doing a free boot camp on AI and technology tools starting October 7th, every Tuesday at 6:30. Just click the link below. It's a free seminar that's going to teach you how to maximize technology tools and AI to help you grow your business today.
A lot of people spend a lot of money on advertisement, marketing, promotions, Google ads, Facebook ads, any type of radio ads. And the same advertisement that you're spending to be seen on those platforms, you need to be sending via email through your CRM. So because we collected the data in the beginning, we were able to talk to the customers, and then it just compiled over time. You go from meeting people on earth to getting the dollars and the data too, to meeting someone else on earth, getting the money and the data too, taking all that data, putting it in the CRM. And instead of talking to one person at a time, when you press send, you're talking to 100,000.
So break that down. CRM. What's the CRM?
Customer relationship management tool. I tell everybody, if you go into your family reunion, the most important thing you can do for your family tree is ask them if they know what a CRM is. And when they say no, tell them.
Okay.
It's important to know what it is, because that's the tool that you need to make the most amount of money in the world. Jeff Bezos, he do Amazon Prime Day every year. We know that because he's using his CRM to let us know about these Amazon Prime Day sales. If he didn't have a CRM, he wouldn't be able to talk to the billions and millions of people that he talked to on Amazon Prime Day at the same time to make billions of dollars in just 48 hours.
So I'm a small business owner. I'm struggling to pay my rent, pay my employees. I sell insurance. I sell real estate. I sell hamburgers. You talking to me about CRM and getting data. That's another task that I have to do when I'm just trying to make these burgers.
It's the most important task.
So what do you say to that small business owner that's caught up in the day-to-day task of running their business, that now you're introducing a new task that's foreign to what they know how to do, and they're like, I don't have time for it? What do you say to them?
I try to motivate people to make time for that. If you look on ChatGPT and ask, like, what's the top 3 most important softwares or AI tools you can use in today's digital landscape, a CRM is always top 3. So when you look at, where Amazon, again, Jeff Bezos, you want to be the Amazon of your industry. He started off just selling books. He went from selling books, collecting all that data, and asking people what else to sell from outside of books. And they told him everything from A to Z. Made billions doing it. Again, the CRM is the most important thing for you to talk to the most amount of people to change your family tree. There's no way around it. Without the CRM, you can't tell them happy birthday. Without the CRM, you can't get them ready for Black Friday sales and Cyber Monday sales. Black Friday normally starts the day after Thanksgiving. My Black Friday starts November 1st, so it's Black November. You can't tell the customers that you're doing your Black Friday sale on November 1st if you don't have a CRM. So again, if you don't have a CRM, customers are coming to your website, visiting your site. Nobody's talking to them. Nobody's saying, hey, big head. When they walk in your store, just like they log into your website, that CRM is that pop-up that shows up on that website when the visitors visit the first time, and ask them to leave their email or phone number so you can tell them to come visit again.
So what would you say to that business owner or that person that feels like they may be too late to the game, and they say like, oh man, I'm behind the trend already. It's too late to get started with this AI. What would you say to them?
It's never too late. It's not too late with the AI. It's not too late with you getting a virtual assistant. It's not too late with you learning this whole CRM thing. AI is actually allowing everybody to get in the game. It's going to be so many solopreneurs now and a bunch of CEOs of themselves that they're going to need some help, or they're going to do it by themselves, because you can actually create more now than you could before. The brands that used to take like 100 years to create, Miss Bear's Bread, Gerber Baby formula, any of those brands that took 100 years to create and be the brands that they are now, probably take a year to 5 years to create now because of AI. So the efficiency, the creation, and then the fact that you can do it almost with the least amount of people ever.
So I think that's a good stopping point here for the first series, the first part of this series here. And in the next one, we'll go more into the actual tools that we can use and how to implement it as a small business owner. So thank you so much. This was very enlightening.
Yes, sir. Whatever you do, use AI too.